Hi again, this is Michelle with Secret Agent Blueprint. And I'm so excited to give you this video today because today I'm going to teach you the 12 steps to launching your real estate business online. Now, it doesn't matter if you are a brand new agent just starting out in the business, or if you are a seasoned agent that has been doing business for a lot of years and you just need to get out online and start your business and start marketing where people really are looking. So I want to welcome all agents at all levels, and I hope that you learned something today that will be a good takeaway for you. So let's start into our first step. First step is choosing a niche. It's very important to really narrow down what your niche is. What is it that you love to do? What is it that gets you up in the morning if you have a specific type of transaction or client? What do you love to do and what are you good at? So you need to be specific about your business. You need to choose your market niche. Are you the new construction agent? Are you the first-time home buyer agent? Rental agent? Are you a land and lot agent? Or maybe you're a development agent where you help developers find land to develop. Really market yourself and narrow it down in your market for your niche. Once you've decided what niche it is that you're going to be working, you need to determine the keywords for your niche. Now, the best thing to do with this is to take a piece of paper and just sit down and brainstorm and just dump out all the words that you think of when you think about your niche. Just put them all out on a piece of paper. And then what we're going to do is you're going to go and you're going to check those keywords and see if they're anything that people are really searching for. You may think that there's a specific term that someone would type into Google to look for something that you're offering, but it might not be the term that you think it is. So what I suggest is using a tool called the Google External Keyword Tool. And you can actually Google. Go into Google and type in Google External Keyword Tool and go to the first organic link that comes up, and you will see that tool that is used, you can use for free. So you can check out and see exactly what keywords you have come up with. You put them in there. You can put them all at the same time. Just put one on each line. And you're going to check to see if those are really terms that people are looking for. Now, step 2 is creating an irresistible offer. This is something that is a lead magnet. What I mean by that is something that's going to draw people in to your site. You're giving something of value to them for free, and all they have to do is enter their email address. You can give them a free report. Think about all the different aspects of your niche and what kind of reports could you create that give them enough information that they're going to see that you are the authority in your niche and that they're going to call you. And what about a video series? Can you do a video series about the same thing that you would be putting into a report? What about a tutorial series? Teaching them something, teaching them the process of dealing with your niche. What are the things to look for? There are a lot of ways that you could create these lead magnets that will get people to come to your site. Now, step 3 is building your online presence. You're going to have to build your virtual real estate, okay? First, you're going to have to choose your domain name. And the most important thing in your domain name is going to be that you need to use the most targeted keyword that you found when you did your search, and you load that into your domain name. Do not use your personal name as your domain name. Nobody's going to be searching you if they don't know who you are. So use something that people are searching the search engines for. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to create your hosting account. This is actually where your site is going to be housed. So this is the virtual real estate. This is where all your files are going to be kept and accessed online. So, and I suggest using a system. I like to use HostGator because they have a plan that is very cheap. I think it's I want to say it's $9 a month, and you can use an unlimited amount of domains under that. So you can have, 50, 100 websites all under one account for one monthly fee, and that's extremely important. Now, step number 4 will be installing tools. Now, I use a WordPress blog, and one of the reasons that I use a WordPress blog is that I do not have to be a designer. Now I can do web design, but nowadays I don't like to have to sit down and learn the CSS style and all the different aspects of website design that are updated and new. There's no reason for it anymore. You have WordPress available, and you'd be amazed at the little bit of knowledge that you need in order to work your dashboard, to utilize the blog, and to install your theme. Themes, you can get free themes and you can get premium themes, but it's very important to look and see what these themes offer, and some of the free ones aren't as good. You can pay a little bit of money. There's a site called elegantthemes.com, and I use that to look at, there's like 55 different premium themes that you can get there for a one yearly fee of $39. So it's really cheap, but they are excellent themes. So you install your theme once you have your site set up, and you install your plugins. These are tools that actually help you with your analytics. It's really important to have analytics on your site because you need to know who's coming to your site, where they're coming from, what keywords they're actually typing in to get to your site, how much traffic you're getting from your site. They also have anti-spam tools. When you start blogging and putting the ability for people to make comments, you'll start getting tons of spam, and so it's best just to have tools in place to keep that from happening. They also have tools that are search engine optimization tools that work behind the scenes for you so that you don't have to think about what it is that you need to do every time that you create a new post. Now, step 5 is to set up a response system. This is setting up a autoresponder account. This is having a system that's going to keep in contact with the people once they have been to your site. You don't want to lose them. You don't want them to just come to the site, look around, and then leave without at least giving you their email address or some way that you can contact them. So with an autoresponder account, you set up a series of emails that periodically, you may have heard of a drip program or drip email marketing. This is just that drips of series that sends them messages periodically. Now, I don't believe in using those canned systems like Top Producer or some of the other companies have. They've given you some guidelines, they've given you some basics to start out with, but don't just use what they give you. Change them or write them in your own voice. Make it so that it's something that you would say. If it doesn't sound like you, people aren't going to believe that the messages that they're getting are real. They're just going to feel like they're getting spammed with the same old stuff that every other agent sends. So it's really important to use your voice and to send messages that are something that you would do as a follow-up. And it's a way to continue contact with people, which builds rapport. It helps you in their mind that you're caring, you're knowledgeable, you're sharing the things that are important to them. Give them value, things that are for them, okay? It's that what's in it for me mentality. So what is it for them that you can help provide to help them feel comfortable? And then the next thing is to set up an opt-in box or a landing page. Now, step 6, well, let's go back for a second. Let me go back because I skipped over that. But set up an opt-in box on your site itself that offers whatever lead magnet that you've created. And usually it should be above the fold, which means that when someone comes to your site, they can see it without having to scroll down on your site. So studies have shown that the best place to put an opt-in box is to the right corner because that's where the eye is drawn on a site. Okay? Step 6 is creating a landing page. This is a page that is specific just for one thing. You want this is permission marketing. This is the client or prospect giving you permission to connect with them because you are giving them something of value, and in return you're asking for their email address, and so they're giving permission for you to contact them. There's only one goal on a landing page. There should be nothing else except all the information about what it is that you're offering and the spot for them to give the email address. Make it a clear call to action. Some landing pages are different than others. You can have a great big arrow that's pointing over to the opt-in box. There are so many different programs that create landing pages that give you a clear call to action. And don't ask for anything more than their email address. When you start asking for more, your conversions go down. People don't want to give you any information if they don't know you, they don't trust you. Now, here's an example of a landing page. And if you'll notice, it's pretty self-explanatory as to what I want people to do when they come to this page. There's a headline here, and there's some bullet points to tell about what this offers. And then there's this big arrow going over to show them they need to come over and look at this way. And you'll see these arrows looking down, say get the free access now. And this gives a little tidbit of what it is that they're getting. They're getting a video. So when they put their email address in and then click get instant access, they know that they're going to get instant access to this video. Very clear, concise, and a call to action. Now, step 7 is to announce your site. And just like anything, you're going to need to let the search engines know that your site is there. There are a lot of ways to do this. There is pinging. There is using social media like Facebook and Twitter and Active Rain. I don't know if you know about Active Rain, but it is a great real estate forum, but it is also a place that prospects look for real estate agents. So it's very important to be on Active Rain also. But when you're announcing your site, you need to draw interest into your site. And it may just be interest into your landing page to begin with, to offer what it is you're offering, to entice people to come in and find out what you're about. And then you can also use press releases and pay-per-click advertising. And those are quite extensive as to what exactly that entails, but pay-per-click basically you could use either through Google AdWords or you can use Facebook ads, and you pay every time that somebody clicks your ad that comes to your site, and that is a way that you can drive traffic into your site. Press releases is just like the newspaper, but this is an online press release that lets people know your site is out there. Now, step number 8 is to add content. Content being writing articles, having those reports on your site. You can actually set up with articles, you can set up future posts. Now, a post is an article on your site that is you put in there, and when you can set it up where you can have a series of posts, say you've written 5 different articles and you want to put them all in at the same time, but you don't want them to be published at the same time because Google frowns on that. They don't like a bunch of activity all at one time. They want to see continual daily activity or weekly activity. So if you want to create a bunch of articles and then load them up in your system, you can actually set it to be 2 days, 4 days, a week, however long in between. You need at least 12 hours in between each of them, because Google doesn't respect your site if they think that you're spamming and just loading up a bunch of things on your site. They want to see something that's organic, something that's done over time. So it's really important to set up future posts. And there's a way you can do that with WordPress, that you can set those up to be dripped out throughout the week. Use images. Images are very important. We as human beings are visual people. So if you can use images in your articles, it just gives them a little something to think about, something that describes or shows what it is you're talking about. And with images, you can use the alt tags. This is really important for search engine optimization, because when you use an image, don't just name the image whatever the image is. change the name of the image to be one of your keywords for your site. And in the alt tag, load your keywords in there also, so that Google can understand what that picture is about and is it relevant to what your site is about. Also, videos. Videos are a great way to add content to your site because people love to watch videos. They would much rather watch a video than to read something. So you could actually have a whole video blogging site where you don't post any articles. Your articles are actually in video. So that's really easy to do because you could create a PowerPoint presentation just like I'm doing right here, and you could describe the entire scenario that's in your article, whatever it is that you're talking about, and you could show pictures, you could just show something of interest, and a video is a great way to add content to your site and to keep people on your site, which is extremely important because Google wants to see that people don't just come to your site and then bounce away. That's called a bounce rate. They want to see that somebody has actually come to your site and found something of value and stayed for a little while. So videos help to keep people on your site also. Now, step number 9 is to syndicate your content. Syndicating means basically to spread it out all over the web. Like I had told you before in the last video, when you're everywhere, when you're in multiple places, people perceive it to be that you are everywhere. Now, Easy Articles is a great place to put your content. Now, it's separate from your website, but you can actually write articles, put them there, and in the body of the article you cannot have any links or any information about you, but when you provide good information that is keyword focused, you have to focus on the keywords that are important for your site. And at the bottom there's a resource box, and there you can put your name and a link to your site and information about you. Just a little blurb about you. Well, there are people that go on to Easy Articles to find something of value for their blog or their site, and they can use what you put up on Easy Articles and they can put it on their site. So what that starts to do is you're now on their site and your link is there on their site, so that it'll link back to your site. So that first of all is a backlink. Second of all is starting to build more authority because people believe, wow, that article was important, it's on this other website, so it must be something of somebody with an authority on the topic has written. Now, Facebook is another way that you can syndicate content. When you post something, maybe a video or an article, and it references back to your blog or your site, it's another backlink, but it also shows interest to people and they may click it and take a look and like it. And also their friends on their wall of their Facebook page may see that they had liked something that they read, so that friend may go look at that link and see if they like it, and so it starts becoming a little bit viral because it shows it to, it shows on other people's wall that your site is out there, and so it starts to feed more interest into your site. Video sites like YouTube, Vidler, all the different video sharing sites, when you put up videos in a bunch of different places, those videos can actually be pulled down into other websites also. Now, step 10 is to go ahead and create your YouTube channel. It's very easy to do. Just go in and create a channel for YouTube. Now, if you already have a YouTube channel, I suggest creating a new one for your site. And you can have a YouTube channel for every site that you have. So for every keyword loaded niche site, you can have a specific YouTube channel just for that. And you load up any videos that you have created. You set up your channel by putting your keyword targeted. So make sure that your keyword is in the name of your channel. When you're making up a username, make up the username using that targeted keyword that you found. And you can also do custom skins, which gives a good background to your channel and it doesn't look like everybody else's channel. And you can get custom skins online for free, or you can go and get premium skins made just for you that are a good background, but you want it to be different and you don't want it to be the same thing as everybody else has. Step number 11 is to go ahead and create those videos. You can create tutorials, like I said before. You could use the property tours. Maybe you have a virtual tour or visual tour of a property, and I suggest doing a voiceover on any typical the property tours, because a lot of them just have music, but you could voice over and talk about the property. You could do videos about area activities. In my area, we have an egg drop every year. The kids go out to the airport and they drop, I think it was 12,000 eggs last year, and the kids just love it because they watch the planes fly over and drop all these eggs for, oh gosh, about an hour. They're dropping eggs, and then they're just biting at the bit to get out there to get those eggs. And I have videoed the egg drop before, and it was a lot of fun because you see these kids just running out to get those, and it just shows interest for the area, things that are going on in your neighborhood, in your market, that would be of interest to prospects. So that's another way that you could create a video to be on your site. You could have buyer and seller questions. You can answer things that people typically ask. Make a video for each question. Your first question that most people ask, you want to go ahead and do a video on. And even if it's just a minute or a minute and a half, just answer that question. Say, this is the question that is most frequently asked, and this is the answer. And then go on to the second question, and question number 2 that's most frequently asked by buyers is such and such. And each video gets uploaded on its own. So each video creates a backlink to your site because you're putting your website address in the tags when you're putting a little description in there. And so think about doing, say, the top 10 questions that buyers or sellers ask, and then do another series that's the top 10 questions that people should be asking but don't think to ask. And then you would have 20 videos, and then take those videos and spread them out on the web on different video sharing sites. Now, every time that you load them up on the different sharing sites, you're actually creating multiple ways for people to come back to your site. And our last step is continuing to provide content. So when you keep content fresh, it's really important because Google does not like a stale site. They will start ranking your site less if your content is not fresh. And you need to update regularly. And also create value for your prospects, and this builds rapport. It sets that authority in their mind that you know what you're talking about. Now, I have a program that is the Secret Agent Blueprint, and this program teaches you how to do each individual step that we've talked about. This is the step-by-step tutorials, and I hold your hand through the whole way. And what I also have, besides just a blueprint of exactly what steps to do, but I also have over my shoulder videos that show you when I am sitting at my computer, what my computer looks like and what your computer should look like, so you can compare apples to apples and see each step how it's done. It's so much easier to watch something being done to learn from instead of just reading. I find I'm more of a visual person, so I find it easier to read or to watch something. I may read it first just to try to understand it, and then watch it and really grasp the aspects of it. So, and then also I provide these lessons that are bi-weekly. Every 2 weeks you'll get a new lesson. The first module, you go over these steps of exactly setting up all your site, and then as we go on, I continue to show you how to do each step. And the reason I have it set up as a lesson, a series, the reason I have this set up as a monthly system that's actually in bi-weekly lessons is to help you to go through each step one by one and not rush ahead, because if you rush ahead, you will not set things up the way they need to be set up in order to create your system right the first time. Once you get your system set up, it's really not a lot that you do just to keep things rolling. It just takes time to sit and do each item and get everything set up, and once you're done, you can just gain more ideas on how to get yourself out there in front of people. So that's why I have it set up as a monthly thing. Now, you want to check more about this program, please go check out secretagentblueprint.com, and you can learn all about the lesson units that we've talked about, all the steps, and get your site going. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy everything.